Welcome everyone to part 14 of our Python basics tutorial. In this tutorial, I will talk about writing and reading from files. In this tutorial, we are going to cover the basics of working with files, how to write data to them and how to read it. Python provides a basic function and methods necessary to manipulate files by default. You can do most of the file manipulation using a file object. So before you can read or write file, you must open it using Python built-in open function. The file object provides a set of access methods to make our lives easier. So we would see how to use read and write methods to manipulate the files. So as before, I'll begin with syntax and then we'll go to an examples. So file object equal to open, and there will be file name. Here goes access mode, and then one more is buffering. So here file name is argument is a string value that contains the name of the file that you want to access. Their access mode determines the mode in which file has to be opened. In example, read, write, append, and etc. A complete list of possible values is given by text written tutorial, or you can find it online. It's pretty easy. This access mode parameter is optional, and the default file access mode is reading. And the last is buffering. While we're learning, it's not necessary to know about buffering, so we simply can just print and check what is the default parameter of it. So print, we'll need to write port input output and default buffer size, and it's 8192. So as I told, for basics it doesn't matter for us, it matters with very large data. So we'll begin with write to file method example. Here we delete everything, and write method writes any string to an open file. It's important to note that write method does not add a new line character to an end of the string, so you need to do it yourself. So here's an example. If we try to file O equal to open, here will be write tutorial txt, and method will be write. Then we are working with the same file. So what we'll write to it will be this Python write to file tutorial. We add new line, and here we will learn, and again we write a new line. So we print to file that this is Python write to file tutorial, and that will absolutely learn it. Okay, and we must close our file now. Okay, so I save it and build it, and here is the file write tutorial. If I'll open it, as you see, it wrote our 2 lines here. This method would create a write to txt file and would write given content in that file, and finally it would close that file. So now you can open that file and check it yourself. Now we can continue with an append method. So if you'll try writing to file with the previous write method, just the data you specify in the write operation, the data it was before will be just deleted and the new data will be overwritten on it. So when you are using appending in Python, it will simply take what was already there and add the new data to it. Simply talking will move file pointer to the end of the file. So let's write an example with the same file. I'll copy a little of it. And here should be method as append. And here we'll change to file write method and add something here. Something like this is Python write to file tutorial with append method. Okay, let's add a new line. We now know how it works, for example. And we close it, and then we again will read what's new in this file. Okay, let's save and build it. And you could see, as before it was these two lines, and with this 3 lines of code, I wrote additional to these lines and we printed it here. If the file which we are trying to append doesn't exist in our directory, so this file will be created with new line, and if that file exists, so it will use append method. And the last, in this tutorial, I will talk about pointer positioning in file. So sometimes when we want to edit file, we don't want to delete everything or append to an existing file. Maybe you want to insert few sentences in the middle of text somewhere. In this case, we need to change pointer. So we are using tell and seek methods. Seek method changes the current file position. The offset argument indicates the number of bytes to be moved from the beginning of the file. And so it would be more easier to do it with an example. So let's begin. So we'll start with file open. We'll do everything the same with the same file. But we change method to read and write here. We make a new argument, string equal to file.read here, and next we just print a string. Read string equal to equal to string, as we may read our file before. And here we need to know the position. So position equal to file tell. By this command, we'll check the position of the file we are right now. So it should be at the end of the file. So in this case, we will print the position we just read. Just like this. And next, we just change our position where we want to change it. So file seek 55 and 0. We are changing position to the end of the file. And again, we are reading our file. File.read. For a position pointer again, we'll use this again. the same position. And here we'll write file.write. Inserting new line to text. And here we add the string. So now we again change the position, file.seek to the beginning of file. And now we just full string equal to file read. File.read and file close. So okay, we now can check what we got here. Build and save. I'll make it a little bigger. So this was our first original lines. Then we check the position. Oh, I missed by one word, one step, the inserting, as you can see. But it doesn't matter. It worked. I inserted the new line. So here's the product result. And it looks quite complicated at the beginning, but it's simple when you try it yourself. So that's all for this video. I hope that this was useful for you. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in comment section below this video. If you liked my video, smash up the likes button and subscribe my channel, then you'll get more of my videos. Text version of this tutorial and links are left in video description. Thank you all for watching, good luck, and see you in the next video.